Hello YouTube, greetings from the Lazy Eyebrow Reviewer to a review of the 2016 Chicago TFCon exclusive Mastermind Creations Ocular Max Series PS10 Roadcrane. However, this time I won't be covering it. For those of you that haven't seen this guy's work, allow me to introduce you to Cardboard Bots, another stop-motion animator with a love for the stop-motion review format, with a sense of humor that gets me laughing pretty hard sometimes. And with this particular channel coming to an end, I'm happy there's others out there continuing the work I do. And this guy is definitely worth watching, I find. So without further ado, take it away, Cardboard!
Welcome back to Cardboard Bots. Today we're going to look at Ocular Max's Roadcrane. As part of their Perfection series line, he comes in a retro Diaclone style box. PS10 was a convention exclusive at Chicago 2016 TFCon. There's a cute transformation sequence on the back, along with secret decoder stats and a file card to cut out. But you're not here to listen to me gush about packaging. Let's crack this sucker open. As the name implies, Roadcrane is based on some sort of mobile crane truck. Specifically, it's inspired by Japanese Fuso Mitsubishi trucks. It was a vehicle design that appeared in the very first episode of Transformers. Let's take a look at vehicle functionality while we look at the accessories. Die-cast stabilizers can slide out. The crane arm can rotate, hinge, and extend. It can be used to grab hold of useful objects like bio cards. There's no rope or line mechanism, just a hook. Included in the box is a red sheeted decoder plastic and some optional stickers. The crane arm and hook can easily transport his rifle accessory wherever it needs to go. The gun is even compatible with MP10's roller. Ocular Max also provides an alternate head based on the toy design of Grapple. We'll get into the Grapple stuff a little later. There is a black hydraulic piston piece that can extend on the crane arm. It's not actually attached to the body of the vehicle, so you can break the illusion of it pretty easily by lifting it up too far or rotating the arm left or right. The mirrors are adjustable and the doors can open. Spike can actually fit inside behind the driver's wheel, or some nebulons if you do a little modification to it. Those Titan Master figures are a great little addition to selling the scale of Masterpiece style figures. Speaking of scale, here's how he compares to Masterpiece Prime. Here he is with an MP10 KO. He's scaling a little small next to Prime's truck model. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Hook articulation helps haul away unwanted loads. And one more important vehicle comparison. Here he is next to Mach-E Toys Hellfire, aka Inferno. The fire truck is a little wider and a little longer than Ocular Max's offering. Besides truck length, he's longer where it counts. Much longer. Roadcrane's arm can swivel left or right, however, while Hellfire's can't. It's nice to mix and match designs by different companies for these characters. They complement each other and provide variety in what would otherwise be retools of a design that were too similar. Let's take a closer look at the vehicle and some of its details. There's die-cast pieces in the front and the tail, so the bumpers, the stabilizers, the doors, all those are die-cast. The wheel rims are die-cast, the tires themselves are rubber or rubberized plastic. There's chrome in places, hatches and grab bars are picked out in silver paint. There's a black dash stripe here that's supposed to be level, but I don't have it tabbed in correctly, which is a problem sometimes on this toy. On the back you'll see, okay, the back isn't the tidiest part of this thing. There are some painted details there, but the problem for me is the back of the feet don't stay flush together. They hold together well, but just not flush. It might be related to the tabbing issues that this mold seems to have, or it might be that I just mistransformed it, I'm not sure. Now, looking at the other side, you'll notice that dashed line is perfectly level. That's the way it should look. There is something out of place here though. I'm missing some chrome filler pieces that are supposed to be on either side of the vehicle mode. I've contacted Mastermind Creations customer service and they're going to send me out those pieces, so good on them. Let's move on to the transformation. Lift the arm out of the way and untab the back section. Slide back these two side pieces. Untab the panels covering the arms. Spread the legs apart. Rotate the calf and arms up. Rotate the feet down and flip down the heel panels. Double hinge the calf panels down into place where they'll tab in really snugly. It's time to get Roadcrane upright. Flip out the big black piece between his legs. Rotate it, spread it out, flip it up, tab it in to become his hip skirt. Once you have the lower section sorted out, we can move on to the torso and the arms. Fold the sides down, open the doors. Rotate the shoulders and hinge them in. Close the doors and slide in those arms further. Rotate again to give yourself clearance to fold up this piece. Flip out the head and clean up the arms. Hinge out the brake lights from just below the crane. Slide those side panels back out. That gives us room to rotate the crane arm completely down. Accordion fold in the back pieces. Slide these side pieces back again. Compress these panels together. Tab the hood into the collar and tab the crane arm into the back. And you're done. That's one mean green bot. Introducing Roadcrane. This toy is a straight up repaint of Ocular Max's girder, though he's not actually repainted so much as he's using green plastic instead of orange plastic. The thighs are no longer black, but the helmet is. Those are the only real differences. He's got big, heavy, chunky feet, thighs that sort of look like knees. He has a very cinched in waist right below a kind of chunky torso. His chest windshield is transparent. I can't help but wonder if this would look better with a smoked glass kind of look to it in front. Obviously this guy looks like a Gree reinterpretation of G1 Grapple. But where does this green color scheme come from anyway? He's not Grapple. He's based on another character called Holler, or Road Holler, or sometimes even Load Holler. It all goes back to the first episode of the cartoon.
Holler! Pull 'em up!
Sure, it looks like Grapple, but he's not called Grapple, he's called Holler, and Grapple wasn't introduced until season 2. Basically, the fandom took this continuity error character, combined it with another continuity error, a scene showing 8 Constructicons when there was only really 6. And there you have it. Holler's a former Constructicon who didn't want to be part of the baddies. But what if he was? What would he look like if he was part of Devastator? And thanks to Combiner Wars Devastator, we can try that out now. By the way, that green Holler toy, it was a green redeco of Grapple that came out in 2003, put out by E-Hobby in Japan. That's enough about the past. We're here to look at Roadcrane right now. The head's on a tight ball joint, gives you good up, but not much down. The stock head has a Toon-inspired look, but it also comes with a toy-accurate head as well. It feels a little smaller. Those antennae can waggle a little bit. The arms have fantastic movement. The arms can rotate fully. There's 2 hinges at the shoulder, bicep swivel, and a really great double elbow. The barrel on these rifle can extend and collapse. It pegs into a hand slot, but if you try to wrap the fingers around it too tight, it might pop out. There are individually articulated fingers. They're all on the same pin, and the index finger has 2 hinges in it for extra movement, and thumbs on a ball joint. His hands can be easily swapped out into an alternative type of weapon. It looks like Inferno's hose hand, or you can think of it as a missile launcher or a gun or some sort of electrical cattle prod. Just use your imagination. It could be anything. Anything at all. Mini jackhammers, advanced Dalek plunger weapon. On the G1 toy, he could actually launch them as missiles, or even launch his fists as missiles for that matter. Whatever they are, they're chromed, and they're beautiful. He has an ab crunch, he can tilt back a fair bit because of his transformation hinge, and he has a waist rotation. Individualized hip skirts, and his robo-undies can fold down. I hope that's not becoming a thing now. As seen from the transformation portion, he can get down and get funky. Mind-blowing ankle tilt. His big heavy feet gives him good balance, and he can do a high kick. The foot can tilt back a bit and forward quite a lot. There's also this amazing toe tilt. The knees double hinge and get you better than 90, but it looks kind of weird. It's not a bad knee, just different. There's rotation on the thighs, but none on the feet. And those legs can do a pretty good walk cycle. Let's see how he scales with some other Masterpiece style bots. I finally have a proper MP10 to compare him to. Here's Mecha Toys Hellfire. Hellfire is short and stocky, Roadcrane tall and slender. Here he is next to DX9's version of Powerglide, Ace Tumbler, and KFC Mirrorverse Hi-Fi. I think he scales pretty good with these red robots. There's good contrast between the red and the green, but what does he look like next to other bots of a similar color palette? Here he is next to a yellow Sunstorm and a green Acid Storm. My yellow lamp is throwing things off a little bit and skewing it to the yellow side here. Basically, he's a pale green, yellow green, sort of what you might find on a safety vest or a highlighter. Roadblock is a similar color but a little more yellow, and Bumblebee is on the yellow side of orange. Of course, his green tone is closest to the Constructicons and Devastator. I actually heard their falling out was about chrome versus purple as a highlight color. The destruction of Crystal City Nah, Roadcrane didn't like purple. Roadcrane is a rare, exclusive figure, based on a Japanese toy that is even more rare and more exclusive. Is he better than Ocular Max's girder? No. He's the same toy with a green color and a premium price. So why did I choose this figure over girder? Well, Roadcrane has a story. A mysterious former member of the Constructicons? Maybe he wasn't all that bad, but maybe he's not that much of a good guy either. Would I recommend getting this figure? He's a great figure, but at the end of the day, if you like this design, get girder instead. He's cheaper, he's easier to find, and girder comes with black thighs, which I think makes the design look better. Hey, did you ever notice that Roadcrane's helmet looks like a Care Bear head? You can't unsee that now, can you? Thanks for watching my animated review, but now it's time for Roadcrane to haul out and hit the road. So, what gets reviewed next? You decide. Will it be Fans Project Function X4 Sigma L, aka Mindwipe? Could it be Ace Tumbler, aka Cliff Jumper? Or will it be whatever's inside the mystery box? As always, it's up to you. Vote in the comments below. Share, comment, and enjoy. You've been watching Cardboard Bots. See you next time.
Hey, you want I should dig up some bones for you? Anything you say, Spike. Because you and me is pals. That's right, ain't it, Spike? Hey, Spike, you want to play ball? Huh? You want to play ball?
So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed his review. I certainly did, so much so that I approached him and asked if I could re-upload the review here. I also like his method of allowing the crowd to choose the direction of the channel by picking 3 figures he himself would love to do, but gives his audience a bit more of an interactive role. So what review would you like to see next from him? Fans Project's take on Mindwipe, Ace's take on Cliff Jumper, or a random surprise character? Head on over to his channel now and cast your vote.